Hi, I'm Gavin Hood. I'm lead designer of Worms Clan Wars.
My name's Kevin Carthew, I'm the creative manager at Team 17 and you're watching Eurogamer.
Heidi-ho gamers, in from Eurogamer here, and I recently wormed my way into Team 17's HQ to find out about their latest instalment of Worms, Worms Clan Wars. Here's Kevin Carthew and Gavin Hood to fill us in on what's in store for those wriggly warriors this time around.
Worms Clan Wars is a PC exclusive version of Worms. It's the sequel to last year's Worms Revolution, and it's a game basically, well, the clue's in the title really, Clan Wars. It's all about the community focus. The big selling point is really trying to get users to engage with the game as much as possible. Players can form into teams, form into clans, and basically fight each other to try and push their clan up the leaderboard.
The clan section has leagues, has promotions, relegations. You can earn a community point, so you earn points regardless of whether you win games or not. So you can always level your clan up, so we're trying to make it appeal to as wide a range of people as possible.
Yeah, I suppose not only that, another thing to talk about is probably the single player mode. Obviously Worms is often thought of as a multiplayer game, and we've put a hell of a lot of time and effort into improving that for Clan Wars, but you know, tests and analytics basically show us that a lot of people spend a lot of time in the single player version of Worms as well, and in the past maybe the single player versions maybe come up a little bit short, so this time round we've put a lot of time and effort into improving the game's physics. So now we have sort of machines, contraptions constructed from physics objects, and that allows us to make for more interesting single player scenarios basically. So the single player is not really just about destroying the other team anymore, it's a lot more puzzle based, there's a lot more focus on platforming, and there's kind of there's a story running through it as well, so everything's contained in a context and narrated by the IT crowd's Catherine Parkinson.
Ooh, interesting. You've triggered some kind of contraption.
Can you talk a little bit more about the story mode? I normally associate Worms levels with having beach balls and big red telephone boxes dotted around, but this time the level themes look a little bit different.
Frisian cheese.
Well, the game's set inside a museum, and there is a story that kind of makes sense of that. So it's about an evil stage hypnotist who's stolen an ancient artifact which was being stored in the museum, which is the stone carrot, and basically you're kind of sent in there to uncover a special worm and save the world basically. So you're basically battling through exhibits and dioramas from throughout time and history as seen in a museum. So you go through prehistoric, Incan, Viking, feudal Japan and things like that.
And you can attempt the missions in different orders, can't you?
Yeah.
You have to do certain things in some missions to unlock gates and progress through the map, so it's not linear mission progression. We also thought a lot about, didn't we, how we present that and how we make as much out of that story mode as we possibly can.
This museum exhibit is the trickiest so far. Reminds me of a maze I had to negotiate in the Mayan jungle.
One of the things people love about Worms is the amount of customisation involved. Has this been expanded on for Worms Clan Wars?
I think it's probably the most heavily customised version of Worms we've ever made. It features over 200 individual customisation items. So it's the usual stuff like helmets and glasses, moustaches, funny dances if you win, gravestones, speech banks. But over the last game now you can mix and match these, so you're not just stuck to equipping a hat, you can equip any hat with any combination of any of the other things that you like. Something else that's really cool as well is that we've got integrated Steam Workshop support, which is something that we've seen a lot of in the beta. It's been really cool seeing what the community come up with. We've been really interested and really impressed by the cool stuff that the fans have made.
Other areas of customisation, with it being the clans. Clans obviously have customisation within themselves. Not only do you name your clan, but you get to make a clan emblem, which is kind of like a badge with which all your members fight under. And so for that, we've given them access to a very simple emblem editor. It's you don't create any emblem shapes yourself, but you basically have layers to the emblem. You can pick what shapes you want, so you can layer them up. You can change the colour of them, things like that to make your own thing. So that's extra customisation that hasn't been there before.
We really tried to focus on making the clans feature at the heart of the game, so it runs right through the game. It's very easily accessible. It's like a click away from the main menu, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when you're in a clan, when you have a clan emblem set, it appears everywhere, really, doesn't it? It appears on your hot seat game. On your hot seat screen even when you're not playing clan games.
Yeah.
It appears on the main menu of the clan section within the game. We try to put it in as many places as possible.
I mean, it's basically like a badge of honour, and so we want people to be able to show that everywhere, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, whether or not you end up running into an enemy clan. It's just good that players can have that experience.
Still waters run deep.
I've heard that there is also a companion app available to go with the game. What's that all about then?
Where there is fish, there is water.
Yeah, so launching at the same time as the game, we'll have a companion application which will effectively launch initially as a web portal and then come to iOS and Android probably relatively shortly after launch. And that application is effectively, I guess I'm going to say it's kind of similar to something like Battle Log or something. You basically have your own homepage, and that tracks all of your stats. You're able to compare how you did in games to the person you were playing against. You're able to compare your stats against your friends, all those kind of things. You're able to track everything that you do in the game and look at it. But beyond that, one of the other big things with the clan stuff and the social aspect is that each clan also has a clan page. So you can go to your clan page, and on that page it tracks obviously all the same kind of things before the clan stats and stuff. But in addition to that, leaders are able to enter messages, and officers, which are promoted members in the clan, they're able to post tweets to it that people can read. So a leader can print a message out, for a call to arms or something to get everybody on one night, and everyone can see it on the companion app, and then that message is also sent to the game as a message for everyone to read as well. So the companion app is kind of like a means and a way of people getting connected and still having lots of interactions with the game, even when they're not able to physically play the game.
That's exactly it, isn't it? We thought about, because it was a PC exclusive, because it's called Clan Wars, because the big feature was the clan, it was like, what are all the ways that we can get people to engage with this new feature and keep them engaged with it? And we thought the perfect thing would be a mobile phone app or a web portal that even when you're on the road or even when you're away from your system, you can still log in and you can still see how your clan's doing. Or there was a fight between our clan and a rival clan last night. I wonder how we got on. And it's also good for sort of like poking fun at each other. So we've got a couple of rival clans inside Team 17.
Currently we do,
yes. Beta, and people have been moving rather rudely, sort of like jumping out of like the worst clan and muscling their way into the best performing clan. And it's like, oh, you've got the companion app up, and come and have a look at these stats, and look how many kills I've got, and should we have a look at your page? Oh, you actually haven't got as many kills as me. And just basically a means of sort of like trolling each other really and showing off.
Thanks, chaps. Worms Clan Wars is almost upon us, and it seems to be the ultimate release for any die-hard fans of those war-loving invertebrates. If you do pick it up, keep an eye out for the Eurogamer clan, because we will destroy you. Sorry. Oh, and don't forget, we'll be bringing you loads more exclusive interviews, early gameplay previews and interactive live streams on the Eurogamer YouTube channel. So please do give us a subscribe by clicking on that on-screen annotation. When you've done that, then we can destroy you.